Now this is more like it.
Why do you get the proton pack and I'm wearing a swim cap?
That's a mood reader. That tests the reactions of psychomagnetheric slime.
Or does it? It smells like my grandma's water aerobics class.
Look, the fact that it looks like that is the whole point. Even though all the gadgets and ghost traps have evolved throughout the franchise, the one thing that's never changed is they look and feel like something handmade with ingenuity.
That's right. One of the coolest things about Ghostbusters is how much is real. And that's a credit to the talented special effects artists, puppeteers, and prop makers at the heart of this franchise from the very beginning. What are you doing, man?
It's just awesome. I love it.
You're a grown man.
Heat 'em up! Go! Okay.
When we did Ghostbusters back in '84, there was no CG. So we had to figure out how to tell the story in the old-fashioned way.
Well, that wasn't such a chore now, was it?
The packs, the traps, the car, the PKE meter. Part of directing Ghostbusters Afterlife was somehow getting back into my father's shoes and trying to understand how they made the original film back in 1984.
The idea here was that we would be working with almost homemade stuff.
Okay, whatever happens, let's be professional.
I love the scene with Rick where they put the brain cap on. The colander with wires. Now that's just a prop guy coming up with something, taking what we wrote and saying, okay, we'll do this.
It was that kind of low-tech stuff that actually became funnier and more intriguing than any kind of slick, new high-tech stuff we could design.
What is that thing you're doing?
It's technical.
One of the real joys of telling this story was being able to age all the equipment and ephemera that we associate with Ghostbusters and through it tell the story of what's been happening over the last 30 years.
Killer replica.
A replica of what?
A ghost trap?
When I see a real proton pack or a ghost trap, I'm kind of taken back to being a kid.
In Ghostbusters Afterlife, we see the proton pack again and the trap. We are seeing all the details of ghost busting of years before. The scratches, the bruises, the cuts, the breaks, the rust. And I think that's kind of part of the fun of it.
Whenever I first put it on shooting, yeah, I cried. I had the proton pack and the Ghostbuster suit, and I was like, oh my God, what's happening?
They've also invented some new technology. We've got our little remote control trap is back, and then we've added a new element, which is the drone, which I get to pilot, which is really fun for me.
Seeing the Ecto-1 behind me in all of its glory is really exciting.
The physical body of Ecto-1 is a car that they only built 100 of. It's a rare specimen. There's a reason why it's so unique in our minds.
When it comes to Ecto-1, it's a movie star. There's a new coat of paint and some new racing stripes. The joy that it elicits is just unparalleled.
It was just fun being in Manhattan and stealing shots and slinging that Cadillac around the corners and people going, what is that thing?
We drove that car around Manhattan, never stopping for stoplights. That was so much fun. You just pleased too, and even the cops would look at you and go like, well, I guess those guys are, I don't know, Coast Guard or something. They didn't know what the hell we were. We were just driving around doing anything we wanted.
We're building all sorts of props for the film, including new proton packs and other new items that you'll have to wait and see in the film. We've got to make an original Ghostbusters pack, and that's proven quite challenging. We've had a lot of help from the Ghostbuster fans. They've been really helpful in sourcing stuff. It has to be very, very specific.